I'm C9 Ben Danklin, and I drive a 2019 2SS.
Tell us about your Camaro and what's done to it.
I got side skirts and exhaust kit on it.
Where's your exhaust from?
I got a Flowmaster exhaust.
Do you have a catback or?
It's a catback.
What are your plans for the Camaro, if any?
I want to do cam and headers on it.
What are three things you love about your Camaro?
The leather on the inside, how fast it is, and the sunroof.
What are three things you hate about your Camaro?
How I can't see past the pillars. How little trunk space it is. And how rough it is on bumps.
What does the Maro Maniacs team mean to you?
Community and just people that love to see your car and see what you've done to it.
How did you find out about Maro Maniacs?
I saw them on Instagram, and I was like, yeah, that's cool.
How long have you been with the team?
About 4 months, 4 or 5.
What do you think about the future for Maro Maniacs?
It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge.
With the electrification of cars coming and the death of the American V8, what are your thoughts?
They're still not gonna beat me.
So any closing statements you have for the next generation of car guys?
Make the big purchase. Honestly, it's worth it. If it's too expensive, you can live with it.
My name is Amelia. I drive a 2022 SS Camaro shock and steel package.
Tell us about your Camaro.
I'll say it's not stock anymore, but I haven't done that much to it. It's more so the appearance, the exterior stuff right now. Probably gonna go ahead and throw my exhaust on at the end of the year. Got cold air intake, K&N, Typhoon. Just a little bit minor stuff right now.
So you're just getting a little bit into what you're going to do. What are your plans for it?
Oh, of course, it's got to be a cat killer, I'm gonna get it cam, headers, all of that, just all that cute stuff. And I'm not the supercharger one, I'm the turbo one. So I'm going twin turbos.
What are three things you love about your Camaro?
One is my dream car. Loved this car for a very, very long time. I was set on the ZL1, but I'm more so, I like projects. I wouldn't do anything to a ZL1, but to a 2SS, you get to have a little bit more fun, which is the whole goal of it, have fun.
What are three things you don't like about your Camaro?
Three things, let's see. I think all of us is blind spot, which I'm glad I have the cheat sheet with the rear view mirror that has the camera in it. I think that General Motors was a lot humble with the exhaust. We could have been a whole lot louder because we do get a whole lot more power than most. And maybe a little bit lower. Just drop it a little bit, not too much.
So what does the Maro Maniacs team mean to you?
This is a group, I've been looking for a group that's Camaro driven, not all this wild stuff, just a family that we love this car and we love doing stuff to this car, and everybody's car is different. It's just a fun external family, cool people, just dope vibes all the way through and through.
So you said something about all that wild stuff. What do you think about all that wild stuff, takeovers, shit like that in Atlanta?
You're jacking up the car scene for all of us, basically. Because if cops see a few of us, they automatically feel like we're about to go sit up here and do all this. First of all, we pay entirely too much for tires to do all that chaos. And one, we're more like I'll say the car club with cool. We don't wild out. We ain't gotta act like that. We're gonna act like we got some sense because we do. We're mature. That's what kids do, is run around in donuts. But they won't pull up next to us. That's the funny part though.
How did you find out about the Maro Maniacs team?
It was this past May I found out about Maro Maniacs, and like I said, I've been looking for a Camaro club in Atlanta, and I came across them on IG and talked to Jeremy, and I want to tell you, one of the smoothest processes ever, and I was like, you know what, the welcome, I already know is dope.
So, I know you just touched up on it a little bit, but how long have you been with the team?
Few months. Looking forward to the long term though, especially with a boatload more people, it's gonna be even more fun.
What do you think about the future of Maniacs?
We're gonna expand. It's gonna get crazy because especially with everything going on, it's gonna be more and more Maniacs starting to form. All of us are getting cars now, so when we see the people, hey, just go ahead and join. It's fun. It's worth it.
Have you ever been to any car meets or car shows?
I haven't been yet. I want to go to Caffeine and Octane, but I'm definitely going to make my way there. But I probably want to do a little bit more to my car before I go, because a couple of people in our club, I'm just like, yeah, you got a monster, and I don't want to pull up yet, not yet.
So, electric cars are coming, and the American V8 is going to die off really soon. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm not a fan of it. I'm really not a fan of it. I like old school, so I like to stay along the lines of the old school vibe. Okay, you can put electric on the side with it, but it is what it is. It's inevitable, it's gonna happen, but you're not gonna make me get rid of that guy over there. I'm keeping it, so it is what it is. I don't care.
Do you think the Camaro is going to die out really soon, or is it going to be brought back?
It's gonna do what it's always done. It's probably gonna die for a little bit, but everything prior to, even when it dies out, just becomes an instant classic. And you can't do anything with a classic but appreciate it. So.
If we do get a new Camaro, do you think it'll be electric?
Yeah, it'll definitely be electric. But like I said, it's inevitable. It's gonna suck, but hey, if it looks nice enough, we might buy another one. But it better look good.
So, do you have any closing statements for the next generation of car guys or enthusiasts?
Just have fun. Don't be reckless. You ain't gotta be suicidal with it. You don't have to be the fastest. Hey, it ain't for everybody, but the ones who are in it, we really appreciate it. It's fun. It's just for fun. Just enjoy it. Have fun with it. That's it.
My name's Chris Hayes, and I drive a 2020 2SS.
Awesome. Tell us about your Camaro.
It's shock color. It's a 2SS, like I said earlier. I've got a bunch of suspension mods done to it, and cold air intake. Exhaust is coming next, so more to come.
Just touched up on it. What all do you have done to it?
Full BMR suspension kit. Still waiting on sway bars, but trailing arms, control arms, tow rod, cradle, you name it. Everything else except for the sway bar has been done suspension-wise, and cold air intake.
Awesome. You also said you're going for an exhaust. What exhaust are you going for?
Right now, I'm probably going to go with stainless steel works. It comes, I'm going to get the entire headers all the way back to the exhaust, so
full exhaust.
full exhaust system.
Awesome. What are the 3 things you love about your Camaro?
The ride, power, and the actually it's pretty comfortable for me.
Is it as comfortable going through the bumps around?
With the new suspension, it's a little more bumpier. Yeah, it's very, very stiff. But it handles 10 times better than it did before. There's no flex in that body anymore.
What are 3 things you dislike about your Camaro?
As I'm getting older, getting out of it. Visibility obviously is a big thing, but the 2SS comes with the rear view mirror camera, so that helps a lot. But it's still a pain when you try to look over your shoulder and see if there's a car there. And actually, I don't know if there's a third thing. Maybe the paint job. Paint job's that comes from the factory are a little thin, so tend to chip very easily.
What does the Maro Maniacs team mean to you?
I think it's like a brotherhood. Yeah, we're all from different walks of life, and we all do different things. We all have different ideas, and I just like the way we bounce ideas off each other and kind of come together in different ideas, and it's just fun to hear about different stories and all the different walks of life.
So So how did you find out about Maniacs?
Honestly, I can't even remember. I know I joined Instagram, and then I was looking for other Camaro clubs, and I ran across Bad Habits, Jeremy, and I pinged him, and yeah, next thing I know, I was joining Maro Maniacs. So this is actually my second club, so yeah.
You just touched upon it, but what other clubs are you in?
I'm with another club that's like a theme club. They're called Pit Crew. They're out of Atlanta too, and they do a lot of theme car kind of stuff. But they also do a lot of other stuff too. So they do lifted Jeeps and race cars and theme cars. So it's pretty much a all for one kind of thing.
So how long have you been with the team, with Maro Maniacs?
It's been about a year. I want to say probably, yeah, September, October, I think I joined.
So what do you think about the future for Maro Maniacs?
It looks good. We got, over 100 members now, so I'm looking forward to some more meetups and more cruises and maybe some track days coming up.
Yep. The American VA is coming really soon, really fast, and electric cars are going to take over. What do you think about that?
I mean, progress is progress, but I still have my Camaro. That's all that matters.
Do you think that a Camaro will die out really soon, or is it going to keep going?
I think they'll let it die.
Do you think it'll come back?
No, I don't think they'll bring it back. If they ever make a performance version, but they also have the Corvette, so my guess is it would go to the Corvette before they've reborn the Camaro again for a third time.
Chevy is working on a hybrid C8 Corvette. What do you think about that?
I'm all for it. That incident torque is amazing. So, I mean, putting it into a hybrid Corvette already, I mean, you're going to have 600 horses behind an engine, plus you're going to have 2 electric front wheels that are going to pull that too. Instant torque, that's going to be insane 0-60 speeds. You're probably going to be like at 2 seconds, 0-60 now. It's going to be a beast.
Yeah, it's looking like it's going to be all-wheel drive too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if it's all the front wheel, if the 2 front wheels are electric and then they have the rear wheels that are gas, it's gonna be a beast on the racetrack, especially when you're going around turns and stuff like that. Man, especially if they set it up where the torque gets more torque in certain areas where it's getting less wheel spin, that picks it up. It's gonna be. I mean, Subarus do it already, but I mean, you put it on a high performance Corvette, that's gonna be something to watch.
Yeah. Any closing statements you have for the next generation of car guys and car enthusiasts?
Just join a club and learn. That's all there is to it. Just got to figure it out.
My name is Kim Crowley, and I drive a 2022 LT1 Camaro RS.
Tell us about your Camaro.
My Camaro, which is super awesome, it's right there, the orange one. It's a vivid metallic orange. Just knocked my socks off when I saw it because my dream car has always been either a Camaro or a Corvette, but it was supposed to be white with orange racing stripes. I saw this and it just called my name. So I was like, that's the car I had to have.
Have you ever done anything to the car yet?
Just little things. I did a axle back exhaust on it, cold air intake, and just a little kind of like blingy stuff on it, but not too much. And I don't plan on doing a whole lot of more to it just because it's my daily. So yeah.
You just said exhaust. What exhaust do you have?
Oh my God, the MBRP.
NVRP?
Yes.
You have an axle back or a cab back?
The axle back. Yes. It was economical. Since I just bought that, I was like, immediately wanted to do something, and I didn't want to spend a lot of money for one. Yeah.
What are your plans for Camaro?
Not a whole lot. I mean, other than I think I want to dress up the engine bay just a little bit more and put bigger tires on the back. That's it. I love it the way it is. I think it's absolutely gorgeous and it doesn't need a whole lot of work.
What are 3 things that you love about your Camaro?
Love the color. It's an eye catcher. I love the way it looks. I love the way it sounds. As I like things that grab attention, because I'm a attention grabber. I'll do crazy things with my hair. I'm just kind of wild and obnoxious. So that car is a little wild and obnoxious.
What are 3 things you don't like about your Camaro?
Ooh, I got 3. No room, absolutely no space. I come from an SUV, been an SUV since 2009 to this. Blind spots, and it is a bitch to get in and out of that car.
What does the Maro Maniacs team mean to you?
So I've only been a member since July, and so far I like the camaraderie of everybody, and kind of like there's a little tight niche community, and it's kind of like a little family. And again, I've only been part of it since July, but I've been really digging the people that I've been meeting.
How did you find out about the Maro Maniacs team?
It was at the last caffeine, not the last Caffeine and Octane, the Caffeine and Octane they had up at the, yes, and I just bought my car, still had the temp tag on it, and I was just doing my thing, came out, and somebody put a card on my windshield. Then as we were leaving, I met the president. Yep.
So what do you think about the future for Maro Maniacs?
I hope we get bigger. I'd love to see another event like we had at the last one in August, and just meet more like-minded people. But yeah, I like these monthly gatherings. I think it's pretty cool.
What are your tips or anything you want to say to the future of car enthusiasts?
Oh, good question. Stick to your guns. Buy used, because you're not gonna be able to buy new anymore after 2024. And just enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy every day. Just enjoy everything about your car, because before you know it, you're going to be old and in a wheelchair. You're not going to be able to enjoy it anymore.
My name is Jeremy. I drive a 2010 Camaro 2SS.
Tell us about your Camaro.
It's got the cold air intake on it. It's got some aftermarket wheels, wicker build. Plan on doing the motor after first year. See if I can't get about 800 horsepower out of it at least.
How much horsepower are you pushing now?
Right now about 475.
Have you done anything else in the Camaro?
No, not yet. Just a few little add-ons, but I got a long list.
So what are your plans for it?
Build the motor, maybe do a wrap on it. Got probably gonna change my wicker build on it, do a diffuser, a few add-ons.
What does the Maro Maniacs team mean to you?
It's like family to me. I think of all my crew as family, just like I do a brother or sister. That's how I think of my crew. I think I got an awesome crew.
How long have you been president?
I've been president for a year and a half over the Georgia chapter. I was vice president when it was Georgia, Florida. So I've been a member of Maniacs total of almost 2 years.
You kind of touched upon it, but how did you get the position of leader or president?
Well, when I joined the Florida Georgia chapter, I was a member there for about 6 months, and their president left. Another girl dropped off and took over president, and then she nominated me for vice president. I done that there for about 8 months, and Lino, the CEO, actually contacted me because we was getting more members in Georgia, and wanted to know if I just want to start my own chapter in Georgia and be easier for the group to get together, hang out, do stuff together. So we done that there and split, and I've been the president of the Georgia chapter about a year, a little over a year.
Second question, you also kind of touched up on that, is how did you find out about the Maro Maniacs team?
Actually, Spinks, who's the president of the Los Angeles chapter, contacted me.
What are some plans you have in mind for the whole team? Like events, stuff like that that you have in mind?
Yeah.
Stuff in the works?
We are working on doing maybe a mountain cruise, doing some more meets. We're gonna maybe I was thinking to start doing a cookout like once a quarter.
What's the future looking for the Maro Maniacs team?
I think it's looking real good. I mean, oh yeah, we up to 116. I talked to 2 people today that's wanting to join. So we had a goal for 100 people by the end of the year, and we actually hit 100 before August, our last meet.
With the death of the American V8 coming and electrification cars also coming, what do you think about that?
To be honest, I'm not really crazy about the electric thing. I mean, everybody has their own opinion of them, but I've been raised up on round cars, hot rods, so out there is where my roots is, and that's where I'll stay.
Do you have any closing statements or tips for the next generation of car guys and car enthusiasts?
If you love cars, stick with your dream, man. Just stay at it. You'll go through rough times with it, hard times, and you'll be wanting to quit sometimes, but just stay at it, man. It's worth it. And I tell you this, if you get out of your car and walk away, if you don't look back, you bought the wrong car.